I'm Jennifer Valentine.
I'm Georgia Valentine.
Welcome to the Mother-Daughter Date podcast.
OMG, Dash just texted me again. I'm so popular. Just kidding. It was Uber.
Uber?
Yep.
Did you order an Uber?
No.
Are you trying to get out of here? Are you trying to get out of this podcast? Because you're stuck here, baby, for at least 20 minutes.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Because this is a fun podcast. We're talking about celebrities, stars, Hollywood stars that made it big a little bit later in life, not necessarily in their 20s, but maybe their 30s, their 40s, their 50s.
If Morgan Freeman's not on my one of these lists, I'm leaving the room.
Listen, Morgan Freeman is definitely on the list, but I think he made it big years ago with the electric company.
I don't know much about Morgan Freeman, so I think you're talking to the wrong person about this.
But you know he made it big later in life. He became a household name later in life. But listen,
Morgan Freeman.
You either watched Sesame Street or the Electric Company growing up when I was a kid. And I really like the Electric Company. I'm just saying. Okay, shall I start it off, Georgia, or shall you?
You can start it off.
Since you're busy doodling over there.
I'm trying.
What are you doodling?
Stars, hearts, a square,
A what? A what?
A male genital part that I shall not say. Just a little one.
What are you doing that for?
I don't know. I have ADHD, so I doodle, and it just came out.
But you do male genitalia?
Sometimes. Well,
Great.
In this case, yes.
Okay, that's my daughter.
Yeah, it's okay, on the left corner.
Let's move on, please. I don't even want to see it. Let me see it.
Okay, it's little.
See it.
Yeah, sometimes.
It looks like a rocket ship.
Well, it's a small one.
It's a little one. It's tiny. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay, where did I go wrong? The iconic comic book writer, Stan Lee, he was a writer, editor, publisher, Marvel Comics. He was only 17 years old when he started in the industry, but you know when he published his first comic book?
33.
39.
Ah, shoot.
It was in 1961, and Stan Lee is definitely a household name. We love Stan Lee, and he's no longer with us. May he rest in peace, but he was a wonderful man. Smart.
Did you know him?
I wish I did.
But did you?
I feel like I did. No.
Okay.
You're
really talking about him like you do know him.
Mm-hmm. We all really kind of knew him. All right, Georgia, who do you have?
Bob Ross, who spent 20 years in the U.S. Air Force. Upon retiring, he taught himself to paint and became everyone's favorite painting teacher at the age of 41.
Have you seen his shows on Netflix?
No.
Where he teaches you how to paint?
Oh, I have. I watched YouTube videos of people trying to paint like him.
You know that this is like, he's big with millennials now. Like millennials are watching.
No, I've watched him.
Yeah?
I've watched him on YouTube.
Do you think he's good at teaching? I do. We should watch it
honestly
together.
I haven't really tried, to be honest with you.
We should try. You know?
Yeah.
He lives forever.
Oh.
Okay. On Netflix.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. Do you know how old he is today?
Oh, he's like 70 something or 80.
No.
75.
No.
OMG, wait. No, let me guess. What? Up or down?
Down.
70.
Up.
72.
Down.
71.
Yes. Georgie. Samuel L. Jackson.
First try.
Damn, he looks good.
OMG, so cute.
Okay. He is one of the highest grossing actors of all times. He has starred in like more than 100 movies.
Is he the guy who goes, I'm too old for this?
Yes.
Okay. And he's in Pulp Fiction.
But he's never too old for anything. Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Pulp Fiction. Funny you say that. He took interest in drama back in his early 20s. However, he became world famous when he was 46 for his outstanding role as Jules in Pulp Fiction.
Because that's a good movie. I have a poster on my wall of Pulp Fiction.
You do? You like that movie?
It's a good movie.
It's very good. Yeah.
I watched a video on him a few days ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you should have had that one. Tell me about the video that you watched.
It was just about how old he is, how you would never guess how old he is.
So I just gave you information that you already knew.
Well, I thought he was 75 and he's 71. So.
At one point, you thought he was 80.
I thought it was supposed to be like, oh my God, he's 80. He looks so young.
Well, he really would look young for 80. But no, he looks good. He looks really good. I always say, if you're going to lie about your age, go older. So if I said, hey, I'm 63, people will say, wow, you look really good for 63.
But what if they don't? And they just go, oh.
I'd be really upset.
Exactly. So maybe don't lie about your age. I lie about my age, but those are for different reasons.
What?
Next one.
You won't have to soon enough, Georgia. Your birthday's
not in
almost
America.
here. In America, you still will. Okay.
Before his big break, Steve Carell didn't get any major roles, but his career took a huge turn when he received a role in series The Office when he was 43 years old.
I think Steve Carell was pretty big before The Office, though.
Probably one of my favorite actors
of all time.
Yeah.
Because there is a movie that you absolutely love that he's in and you want me to watch it. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a movie, you love this movie. You think it's the best movie ever. And Steve Carell is in it. Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
No.
How do you not know when you love the movie?
Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's on Netflix. I started watching it and I got 5 minutes in and I stopped watching it and you were really upset with me.
It's Dinner for Schmucks.
Dinner for Schmucks. How do you not remember that?
No, I do. I remember I wanted you to watch it. It's so funny.
Why is it so funny? I only got 5 minutes in.
Because he's so weird, but he's so good. I think he's just such a good actor.
Yeah, you like him a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay, who do you got? Was that yours?
I just went, yeah.
Oh, that's you. You just went. Okay, then it's my turn. Okay. Guess who's next?
I don't know.
Well, you mentioned him right off the top.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
The Electric Company.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mom. I'm 18 years old.
Okay, I'm going to show you some clips. You can just Google it. Okay, so he was a child actor. He's been acting since he was a child. However, upon graduating high school, he chose to join the Air Force. How amazing is that? You know, some actors, they were in different professions before. He wanted to become a fighter pilot. The actor eventually left the Air Force to establish himself as an actor, but it took him a while to do so. He was 50 years old when he landed his first big break in a movie called Street Smart. I still think The Electric Company was really... I think he was a little bit older when he started The Electric Company as well. He was no spring chicken, let's put it that way. But you know what? He was just meant to act and create and have that amazing voice.
Yeah. Very serenading. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay. After years of single appearance television roles, Bryan Cranston received his first major breakthrough by landing a role in the sitcom Malcolm in the Middle. Ooh, I love that show. When he was 44 years old. 8 years later, he gained international fame for his role in Breaking Bad. I just watched a movie with him and Kevin Hart where he's completely paralyzed. Mm-hmm. And, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but damn, is that a good movie.
It's a very good movie that I have not seen.
It's good. You should watch it.
Okay, I will when we figure out what the name is. But I did watch Breaking Bad. And you know how I feel about Breaking Bad. You haven't watched Breaking Bad.
No.
I highly suggest if you're looking for something to binge, Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston was amazing. So funny, I have a story. I walked past him at the Shangri-La Hotel. I was going into one of the lounges there. I was leaving and he was going in. And I was completely and utterly starstruck. I was like, it's Bryan Cranston.
He's a very confident guy.
I should have said something, but I didn't. I don't do that. I don't like to bug people.
I do.
Do you? And guess who was in the elevator after that? I got into the elevator with Ben Affleck. So handsome. I thought I could be I could be your next Bennifer. That didn't work out.
I have a photo of him on my wall.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why? What movie?
The one we went to for our mother-daughter date.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Way Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on my wall.
Mm-hmm. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
We did a mother-daughter date at Cineplex for the way back. And we had all the mothers and daughters come out and watch it. And that was
Warren too.
Yeah.
Warren came.
Yeah, he did. And all the mothers and daughters came out. And that was our last event before COVID. We got to actually go see a movie with all the mums and daughters. And right after that, COVID. Yep. Okay, your turn.
I just went.
Yeah, you did.
God, you're really hitting it.
Harrison Ford, Star Wars. He was a carpenter before he was an actor. Well, he did some little bit roles, but to support his family, he had to actually hold down a regular job, like a lot of us, a carpenter. And then it wasn't until 1977, he was 35 when he joined Star Wars.
35's not that old.
I know it's not, but still. He probably worked really hard for many, many years, and he never gave up, Georgia. Never give up. Okay.
I'm going to go with Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
You might know the explosively hilarious Melissa McCarthy from films like Identity Thief, The Heat, and Spy. And if you're a super fan, she had a long-time role on Gilmore Girls. But oh my gosh, do you remember when we were in Universal Studios doing that tour? And they did not stop talking about Gilmore Girls. I can't believe I didn't know she was in it after that. But it was 2011 Bridesmaids that really catapulted McCarthy to stardom. And she was 41 when it hit the screens.
She is freaking amazing. Loved her in Bridesmaids, and I did not know she was in Gilmore Girls. It's a show that we should definitely watch together.
I don't want to watch Gilmore Girls anymore.
We have to, because why? Because we took the tour of the Warner Brothers set.
And I wanted to hear about Shameless because I'm obsessed with Shameless. I'm thinking, oh my God, please show Shameless. And they go, Gilmore Girls.
Okay, listen.
And then they go, oh yeah, and there's the bar from Shameless. But going to Gilmore Girls, and I'm like,
Okay, so the woman that was our tour guide, she was adorable, and you could tell that she was a little obsessed with Gilmore Girls. So, there was the set of Friends. There was so many things that you could see doing the tour, but she wanted to show us
Gilmore Girls.
Everything Gilmore Girls.
I didn't even know what that show was. And we were just sitting there like, what the hell is happening?
The majority of the tour was about the Gilmore Girls. But you know what? I said to her, I go, you really like that show? She goes, it's my favorite show. But it was cute. She was so excited to talk about it.
And I remember we had a choice of going into the Friends house or the Gilmore Girls house. I'm like, if we go in the Gilmore Girls house instead of the Friends house, I'm gonna lose it.
I do have to say though, you were excited about Shameless. I wish I'd watched Shameless when we took that tour.
It's so cool now thinking back because I know every scene. I know exactly where they are.
Yeah. So I watched it later. You and Jackson said you got to watch Shameless.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to highly recommend watching Shameless, binging it. It's fantastic. Yeah. I love that family.
There are sex scenes though, so your kids should not watch it.
Yeah, that's true. No. And I found out that you watched it when you were quite young.
I was quite young.
Yeah, a little too young for that. Obviously, that's why you're doodling little spaceships on your paper there. Okay, is it my turn or did I do that one? That was you.
I think that it was me.
It was you. You know what? You might not know him, Christoph Waltz. Do you know him?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, so he's an Austrian-German actor. But what I love about this is he received his first big break, which led him to international fame at the age of 53, starring in Inglourious Bastards. I like that.
I never even watched that.
Yeah. We should watch it together. Brad Pitt's in it. I haven't seen it either.
Oh.
But I know that he's in it. Oh. And I've seen him in other movies.
Oh my gosh. You know what I was watching last night?
Yeah. What?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, really? How many times have you seen that now?
Oh my God, enough.
And who are you obsessed with?
Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Okay. Matthew McConaughey he's not that much younger than me. We're around the same age. Is he 50? He's 50.
He's not 50. I think he's 40 something.
I think he's 50. Georgia. What is it with you and Matthew McConaughey?
I think it's his accent.
Yeah.
I think it's the mystery behind his eyes and what he says. I feel like he doesn't let anything on. I love that man.
I know you do.
I love that man. And it's
Matthew McConaughey, if you're listening or watching our podcast.
Old Matthew McConaughey, but he's aging like fine wine. And when he's young, his skin glistens. And
He's not young anymore. You've seen him in his...
No, I've seen him when he's older.
And younger.
Like cheese. I respect that. I know I'm young. I know it's weird. I know my dad's in the room. That's not the point. The point of this conversation is you can appreciate without actually... It's like artwork. You can look and appreciate it. And you don't have to touch it. But you can think about it when you go home.
Where is this going? Can we stop?
I just don't know. I don't want anybody to think it's weird I'm talking about Matthew McConaughey in this way.
We all... Okay, that's fine. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Julia Child, shall we? She is the French chef.
Did you just go?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I did. It's your
Get
turn.
out.
Sorry. Yeah.
OMG, I don't even know anybody on this list.
Okay. Would have been Colonel Sanders.
Oh, I'll do this one.
Or as you would say...
Oh, Colonel?
Colonel
Yeah,
Sanders.
I'm like, who the heck is Colonel Sanders? And everyone's laughing at me.
You see, you learn throughout your life. It's Colonel Sanders.
It's spelled Colonel. What am I supposed to think? Why are you laughing at me?
You know what? You're right. It's Colonel Sanders.
Who spells their name
Or Saunders.
like that? That's
Colonel
cruel.
Saunders.
That is cruel. Colonel Sanders,
Yes.
the man behind one of the world's most famous fried chicken chains, KFC, had a hard time holding down a job. As a result, had many different jobs. At some point, he was a fireman, steam engine stoker. There's a penis in the corner of my paper. I can't focus. Insurance salesman. He even practiced law and was fired quite a few times. However, the man found his place and his purpose when he began selling fried chicken in his roadside restaurant in the 1930s. Sanders perfected his secret fried chicken recipe, and in 1952, the first KFC franchise was opened when Sanders was 62 years old.
Wow. Did you read these before we started this podcast? Nope. Like, I kind of read everything, did my homework, and then kind of summarized it.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah,
you can cut whatever you want out.
I don't know what to do with you. You're like Amy Schumer. You're Amy Schumer's child, not Jennifer Valentine's. The French chef, Julia Child, is known for her best-selling cookbooks and television show.
Oh, is she the one who talks like this?
Yes.
Oh, and she's the movie with Meryl Streep.
Yes.
Oh, I loved that movie. Meryl Streep is just, love her.
Yeah, you love Meryl Streep. Who doesn't? And who?
She's also my favorite actress, fun fact.
Favorite actress, and you love her singing.
Yeah.
And who does she look like?
Aunt Sandra.
My sister. My sister's been stopped many times.
I genuinely was looking at her a few days ago. And
My
I was
sister?
Yeah, and I was like, Phew.
Really look like Meryl Streep.
Mamma mia. I was like, sing.
Here we go again.
Does that mean you kind of look like Meryl Streep?
I think maybe a little bit. Maybe Meryl Streep and I could be sisters.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I feel a connection with her because she looks like my sister. Because
they
look
a connection with her too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel a connection with Meryl Streep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, go on about this cooking woman.
So yeah, her first cookbook launched when she was 50, and her television show, The French Chef, just after that one in 1963. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do one that I think a lot of people will appreciate.
Okay.
Before J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, the best-selling book series in history, she was struggled with depression, living on welfare, tried to cover after a bad divorce, and was looking for a way to provide for her child. During this tough time, Rowling began writing Harry Potter. The first book series was published in 1997 when she was 32 and kickstarted her astonishing career as a writer.
It's amazing. It's never too late, Georgia. This is what we're learning from this.
Well, just nuts that she had depression and then wrote the greatest book series
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look what it's turned into. It's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so there's two that I want to do, and I only get to do one more. I'm
do
just
one.
going to say Martha Stewart's amazing, and her first cookbook was in 1982 when she was 41, and now she's like books, magazines, television shows.
she
She's
go
a
to
millionaire.
jail?
She did.
Oh my God. I saw her on the Justin Bieber roast and she's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, she's funny.
It's my dream to go to jail. Isn't that weird?
I think you have issues.
Why?
I
Just
think
for
we
a
need
night.
to address them and have a family meeting after this.
Well, look,
You want to go for a night. How are you going to do that?
You know
What's your plan?
To go in, get fingerprinted, mugshot.
I did not think you were going to say printed.
What?
I thought you were just going to end there.
No, the whole shebang.
You want them to look in your bum hole.
Yeah, the whole shebang. I would love to spend.
They make you bend over and you have to cough while they look in your butthole, Mom.
I'm going to skip that part.
You can't skip that part. You're going to jail. You have no rights at that point because they got taken away when you took advantage of them.
When I click check off, I don't want the whole experience. I just want some of the experience. So I'm not going to check that thing off. You could pay money for that. I bet you people would pay money for that. Yeah, you see those older people you've seen a couple of times in England where their dream was to be arrested and they're like 98 years old and their family arranges it with the police department and they come and they arrest them and they take them in the back of the car and they put the handcuffs on.
I bet you Dasha would do that.
Dash has probably been arrested.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so my last one, and I love this one. It's I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball. And I love the I Love Lucy series. And I have wanted to watch that television show with you. I got the DVDs. You were not interested in black and white, but we are going to watch them together because Lucille Ball is the funniest woman that ever walked this planet. In any case, she didn't start her show until she was 40. And when it kicked off, she had her first child. And back then, do you know that women they always hid their pregnancies and they called it expecting. They didn't say pregnant. They were expecting. And then she was the first woman on television to be pregnant, to actually show her baby bump. And that was with her second child, and that was with Desi Arnaz Jr. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So there, she was 40 when she started I Love Lucy. And then, of course, she did Here's Lucy, Life with Lucy, The Lucy Show, and it spanned for 4 decades. And yeah, she's an inspiration. So there you go.
Wowie spaghetti. Well, what an informative episode. I'm glad you guys were with us during this journey, and I'm glad you learned, took all the information in, and really just lived. Thank you for being with us today. After this, do take time to meditate and really reflect on your decisions and what's going to come in the future, and to not be stressed. And age is just a number. That's what we've learned.
And you know what I've learned? To doodle flowers. That's nice, Georgia. Like,
this is what this looks like.
No. I'm doodling like a pretty little flower.
I'm doodled a bunch of little sketch of hearts and...
we don't want to know. We know the rest. Thank you for listening and watching. Goodbye.
I love you. Kiss you if I could.
Yes, we would.